Kimberly Becker is a community fine artist and modern embroiderer who paints and stitches dresses that you may have already seen at a previous show at the Belmont Art Gallery. Her Roe House Dress project is intended to call attention to all of the women who have exercised their rights following the Supreme Court's historic Roe versus Wade decision.
I'm a feminist artist. I've been working with stitching and painting for quite a while and have come up with my Roe House Dresses. And the Roe House Dresses, R-O-E House Dresses, are a discussion about being female in the 21st century and in the 20th century living with Roe v. Wade as the law of the land and the benefits that that brought. We're at risk right now of losing that with the new Supreme Court justice appointments, and so it gravely concerns me. So I'm going to be telling my stories on these dresses. This particular one is a story about a young woman who took several friends to Planned Parenthood over the years, and this is the house that she was living in when that happened. I'm looking for stories that you can share with me. It could be about an abortion that you had because you felt you were too young, because you wanted to finish college, because you already had 3 children, because you were worried about finances. It could be that you never got pregnant and your friends did because you had the benefit of birth control that you were able to access through a clinic near your college or as a young adult. It could be a great story about choosing to help a friend, or we're looking for ways to tell stories that would never exist if Roe versus Wade hadn't been passed and if we weren't able to basically control our own bodies. And it's massively important to me. I've always been quite passionate about women's rights. I grew up with a single mother in Belmont and watched her go through a lot as a woman, and I think it put something in my head, and it got me thinking about this from a young age. When the Supreme Court issue, when Clarence Thomas was put on the Supreme Court, it was the first time I felt political in my life, and I just couldn't believe, after what Anita Hill went through on that panel in front of Congress, that somehow that man was put on our Supreme Court. It just felt it felt so wrong, and it felt so misguided that for the repeat offense to happen now, it's so personal to me, and I feel that my art is the one way that I can help women express who we are and put it out there and make sure that our stories are heard in a way that's legitimate and that we will be listened to. So you could email me. My email is kbeckerartist@gmail.com. I'm thrilled to get more stories. I'm having a big show in April, and I want to have hundreds of these dresses.
Now